As many may know, creating a PDF is relatively easy out of most applications. File export from InDesign. Once that PDF is exported, it becomes a more or less locked up file. Naturally, there are technically oriented PDF editors within Acrobat, and they can help to a certain degree for people on the prepress side. However, what happens if I lose the native InDesign file we just had open, and all I have left is the PDF? And this 100-page document, or even a 3-page very important document, all of its content is gone from the native file, and all I have is the PDF. No images, nothing. If we drop a PDF on FlightCheck, Markzware standalone pre-flight application for PDF and open or source files alike, what you'll see when the pre-flight process is done, apart from the pre-flight errors, is that the fonts we can still see at their styles and where they're used and whatnot, and colors as well to a certain degree. What you see is that the information in the PDF gets scrambled up. For instance, the images lose their actual image name. So although FlightCheck will give you a preview of the image that is used within the PDF, the actual Markzware.tif image name is gone. And there's many other aspects to the internals of a PDF which make it highly chaotic. Very difficult to get back into a native file. However, Markzware, and you can find the Markzware plugins on top of InDesign in the Markzware folder once you've installed them, has a great plugin called PDF to DTP. It has a host of preferences to help you make importing a PDF back into InDesign that much better. I like to have substitute fonts off. It can cause a lot of shifting of the file, and I generally have the fonts I need on my system. PDF DTP does not only convert the PDF back into InDesign, it'll also extract the images which are embedded. So you'll get the full content back at resolution used. It should also be noted, it doesn't matter where the PDF comes from. PDF DTP will convert PDFs from QuarkXPress, FrameMaker, PageMaker, Word, Excel, Photoshop, pretty much you name it, database files even. Of course, if everything's been flattened or converted to outlines or a scanned PDF, we can't bring layers back out of nothing. It has to be saved as a layered file from the beginning. Markzware's PDF DTP works really simply. You just go Markzware, PDF DTP, convert PDF file. You can select that PDF we just created or any other PDF we have on our system here. You click Open. It'll convert the file, page by page, layer by layer, image by image, font by font. The entire content comes right on over, including tables and intricate details of the file. I should note on tables, you might need to do some touching up. Tables can be tricky, for the PDF really messes up the table formatting. But look at that. We got everything right back in to InDesign. I have the images back, and you can see these TIFF files now. They are at resolution used. We get all the text back, everything we need to work further on this file. Here's an old PDF that was created from QuarkXPress. Let's see what happens with this one. Look at that. All that old content right back into a program where I can use with fonts that can be edited. It's a fully editable InDesign file again. Really amazing. Look at that. Even complicated diagrams and charts which we made here in InDesign layout come over exactly the same way as they were in the native file. Once the PDF DTP conversion is done, which by the way PDF DTP is for QuarkXPress or Adobe InDesign, an extension or a plugin, I've shown you today the plugin. You'll get a job folder with all elements of the file, the document itself, and all the images. Now, with preview, back as TIFF files, saved out at resolution used or exported. Or here's a great customer comment. This is a PDF TTP QuarkXPress user, and what he said was, before PDF TTP, we used Pitstop for the corrections. Now we can do it better. And the point that he's making is that they're getting in Word files, and other people are getting in Corel files as PDFs, and they're a real mess. So they need a lot of design work apart from just a quick color conversion or whatnot, which you could do with Pitstop. But with PDF DTP, you can get the file right back up into your InDesign, where you can work as a creative designer in a layout desktop publishing application. Your PDF DTP allows you to edit PDFs of any sort in Adobe InDesign, to convert any PDF to InDesign with a click, as you just saw. It'll even fix corrupt InDesign files where all you have left is that PDF. Happens a lot more than you think. By the way, we also have a bad file fixing service which can fix your files too. Open PDFs where the lost source, layout, or document are missing. Extract images from the PDF file like you just saw as well. So if you don't have the images anymore, you now have them back if you use Markzware's PDF DTP. Claudia McHugh, an Adobe InDesign Ace trainer and industry expert, which you can watch in the full video here, in a nutshell, found PDF DTP fantastic. It helped save her digital bacon, as she says. Watch the full interview here. PDF DTP from Markzware saved my digital bacon today. They make such great stuff. And here's another example. Graham Bell had to say, "It's a great product," meaning PDF DTP from Markzware. "I have to rework a fair few PDFs from Europe where they have been originated in Microsoft Publisher or Corel Draw, but supply me with high-res PDFs. I use InDesign, so this product, PDF DTP, solves the problem of amends and changes. Love it." Glenn Seville, a book designer, and a very good one at that, he made the cover for Jaws back when, says PDF DTP, for InDesign in his case, will really be a game changer. And there's a great interview with him here. Here's a great one from an in-depth Russian review, and you can get a translation of it by using Google Translate, but here's the original link. And the part I like to highlight is the part about tables, which he says, "Their formatting, even in InDesign, not an easy task. So in my testing, I did not expect a more or less decent result. However, it," meaning PDF DTP, "exceeded all expectations." So these are just some of the amazing quotes on Markzware's PDF DTP. So these are just some of the amazing quotes on Markzware's PDF DTP. Over on our webpage, markzware.com, you get more information on PDF DTP and see how extremely useful and valuable and affordable this plugin for InDesign or QuarkXPress is.